Hello and welcome to the most recent edition of the Petexia IP Matter webinar series. We're very glad that you could join us today, and we're fortunate to have with us Stella Poon, who I will switch to in a moment. Stella is currently the Los Angeles Director of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council. The HKTDC is a quasi-governmental agency responsible for promoting Hong Kong's role as an information hub, a sourcing and business center in Asia Pacific, and the gateway to China. Stella and her team work to connect companies in the Western US with opportunities in Hong Kong and China. So I'll switch over now to Stella so that she can tell you about the wonderful opportunities in Hong Kong and China for IP licensing and the IP market. Here's Stella.
Thank you, Zoe, and hi everyone. Good morning. I'm Stella Poon, the Director of the Los Angeles office of Hong Kong Trade Development Council. And this is a really good time and my first time to really outreaching to the tech people in the circle, and it's to my pleasure. Today, I want to just give a very, very brief idea what is the global IP landscape in China and Hong Kong in particular, and I want to bring along some practical channels that if you are interested in the market. So good morning again, and without further ado, I would like to go to my presentation, and you're welcome to send over any questions afterwards, and my team here in Los Angeles are more than happy to serve you if you have further information about Hong Kong. So today I want to talk about a brief overview on the IP landscape and opportunities in Hong Kong. Next slide, please. So this is a findings issued by Ocean Tomo to give an idea what is the market values on the composition of the equity market. In 2010, actually, you can see the bar actually is increasing. The implied intangible asset value of the S&P 500 has reached to 80% in 2010. Compared to that, it was only 17% in 75. So you see over the decade, the global transformation to a knowledge economy actually continues. And the focus on corporate intangible assets generally is specifically on the intellectual property, including patents, trademarks, and copyrights. The 3-decade total economic inversion concentrated around these intangible assets actually carry significant ongoing implications for the investment community. And that's why we all know now innovation, creativity are so important to support the growth of the economy. Next slide, please. So I would like to let you know in China, especially in this part, the trend is going even in a very deep and exponential way. From the graph, you can actually see the patent, trademarks, and industrial design applications in recent years. In the World Intellectual Property Indicators in 2014, Chinese mainland once again become the top of the league table for patents, trademarks, and industrial designs, as measured by the number of applications. Actually, since 2011, Chinese mainland has already surpassed the US as the world #1 patent filer. In 2013, the mainland's patent office actually received more than 825,000 patent applicants, a growth of 26%. This gives you an idea. Actually, of course, not all the patent or trademarks or industrial design are from local Chinese invention, but that gives you an idea how a lot of global innovators, inventors are start filing their patents, filing their industrial design in China, seeing the market demands and actually seeing the potential about it. So the next slide, please. So actually, I want to bring along the Hong Kong as one actually in the surging demand for the region. Hong Kong has been recently named by Forbes as one of the world's top 4 tech capitals to look out for on IP, together with London, Tel Aviv, and Washington, D.C. Although we are very small, it is actually a very important key cities and hub for IP trading. Next slide, please. I want to also give you an idea, although there are a lot of statistics, but bear with me today because I want to show you by support of these statistics how vibrant is the IP market is and Hong Kong serving as its role. Here is the non-resident filing of patents, trademarks, and industrial designs in Hong Kong. You can see about 84% in patent, trademarks, etc. So this gets you an idea to reflect the popularity of Hong Kong being Asia's global IP trading hub. And I would like to explain a little bit why copyright is not in the chart, because in Hong Kong, copyright does not need to register as IP. So only patent, trademark, and industrial designs will be formally registered, and copyright it is basically by own invention and need not register. Next slide, please. So here it gives you a survey conducted by our council with over 500 senior executives from 10 leading cities of the company's executives in the Asia-Pacific region. And over 50% of the respondents actually choose Hong Kong over Singapore and Shanghai as the perceived leader in the region for IP trading. And over 75% of them perceive that and expect Hong Kong will continue the leadership position in the coming 5 to 10 years. We can see that with the neighboring economies are eyeing into the growth of IP, we actually stepping into maintaining the lead by different areas. Next slide, please. And for IP, one of the kind of more profitable and common IP activity is licensing. So I would also like to bring along today about an idea and a picture of what is the licensing market right now is like. Worldwide, United States still by far the most dominant region in the licensing market as we are situated here. Like in 2014, the worldwide licensing industry was worth approximately for US 155.8 billion at retail, about 2% up compared that to 2013. And the US generally generating approximately about 94 billion, and the rest of the world about 62 billion. So you can see how vibrant we are here in the United States. But nonetheless, Asia is on the growth. In 2014, Asia accounted for 12% of the global retail sales of licensed merchandise, including those like stationery, toys, games from like Disney, Warner Brothers, etc., reaching about 19.4 billion in retail sales, which is about 3.1%. The major country driving on this growth is Japan and also China. Next slide, please. From this chart, you can actually see the market share growth in Asia for the merchandise sales in retail. And you can see apart from Japan, who shared half of the market share in Asia, China is actually going to share for 35%. And the growth is actually tremendous and accelerating. And you can see there is an 8% increase, which surpassed all the growth in other regions, in other countries in the regions. Next slide, please. In Hong Kong, although our own market is very small, our per capita sales has been like only the second after Japan. So showing that how vibrant and how important Hong Kong has been in Asia as the licensing hub. A lot of licensing property owner is using the services and the talents in Hong Kong as their licensing agents to help out their licensing business in Hong Kong. Next slide, please. So apart from all the statistics, I hope that it gives you an idea how the global market is like in, especially in the IP, innovation, and licensing in Asia. But what important to all of us here today is how to make use of that. If you have good inventions, you have good IPs, and you want to tap into that market, I want to bring along some of the Hong Kong advantages for your consideration and understanding. Hong Kong actually has a number of major advantages because we have excellent software in conducting IP business, including our reliable and transparent legal system, which is completely, totally independent from China, And also, we have a strong cluster of legal service providers who are familiar with the international, Chinese mainland, and local standards and practices. Apart from that, we also have a very simple and low tax regime, which help basically all business have a very easy time to start. And we are also a hub for international trade and finance. Our IP-focused trade fairs help overseas companies to market their IPs while also have the availability and easy access to professional financial services to help finance the IP creations. Of course, we have ideal location. We're just right next to Chinese mainland, which is a huge market, as well as within 5 hours time, you will be able to travel all Asia and cover almost half of the world population. This helps the business to establish and maintain your network around the region. Next slide, please. So I understand a lot of us are still here in the United States, but I will also help bring along 3 platforms and which you can access in Hong Kong physically and also online here in the United States to help serve and understand and explore the business opportunities. Here is the BIP Asia Forum in 2015, which is the 5th edition from is originally started. We have over 18 renowned speakers coming to talk about how IP is doing in Hong Kong and Asia. And this year the theme will be IP transforming the global business, because we believe intellectual property, instead of just for creation and protection, we truly believe it will going to be a very key asset for transforming the business. As we show in the first slide, 80% has become the intangible assets compared to the tangible assets for a lot of companies. So there will be a good platform if you are traveling into Asia to really tag along meeting and also acquiring the information and market intelligence about the IP all around the world. Next slide, please. So here are already the confirmed speakers. We have Weibo, Mr. Francis Gurry, we have Unilever, P&G, all those who are really savvy and leading in this arena will be speaking in this year. Next slide, please. And also these are the different breakout sessions that we try to also fit in, apart from just a seminar to learn about the technology and market intelligence. We want to do as practical as possible for the companies or the participants who are there to do their business. Next slide, please. And exhibitions, because of there are service providers, there are IP officers and IP owners be there. We try to provide an arena for everyone to meet and greet and nurture business. So if you want further information, just feel free to give us an email, and my colleagues and my team here will try to facilitate that and give you further information. So next slide, please. So this is apart from the BIP Asia Forum that is happening in Hong Kong, I would like to bring forth this online platform, which are easily accessible for all of you right now, right here. We actually just launched the Asia IP Exchange online portal back in 2013 December, and we work with officially 29 IP promotional bodies all around the world to give a one-stop platform for people who want to look about what are the IP available all around the world. And so right now we have over 25,000 tradable IP listings on this website. It is a free website. You just need to sign on and be a member of it. It is totally free, and you can surf through all these tradable listings, where they are from, which is provided by our strategic partners. So this is the website is www.asiaipax.com, and you can just register right now here. Next slide, please. And here you can see the strategic partners that we are partnering with. And I think the US, for those who are familiar with the IP community, Autumn shouldn't be a stranger to you. So we have been partnered with them as well, and other partners in Hong Kong and also throughout the world. Next slide, please. And we have been, since to promoting the IP, we have a lot of different promotions all around the world. So we are trying to get connected with the IP circle, and so that we are more than happy to connect with you here in Los Angeles. Last but not least, next slide please, will be the licensing show that I'm talking about, because licensing business is actually one of the biggest activity in Asia right now. So next slide. The licensing show in January every year cover over 800 brands and properties showcasing there. So these are just some of it. Next slide. Yeah, you can see like university, and then you can see there will be speakers up from different area and who are actually leading from publishers, from entertainment sectors. They will be sharing how they do the licensing business and what they see the trends. So today, going to be the last slides will be our contact information. Thank you for your patience with us, but I would definitely want to connect with all of you, trying to learn about your business, and hopefully this little information will be able to give you an overview of how licensing and intellectual property are so vibrant and needed in hunger in that side of the world in Asia, and we will be more than happy to facilitate your business needs. Thank you.
We really want to thank Stella for what was a wonderful presentation, and I think very informative, at least for me, about the wonderful opportunities for IP in Hong Kong. And we encourage all of you to reach out to her. We'll include her contact information in our follow-up and on our website so that you can reach out to her and her team about any of the opportunities that you heard about today. And thank you again, Stella. I would also encourage you all to tune in for our next webinar. It will be taking place Thursday, November 12th at the same time, 10:30 a.m. And we'll be talking about negotiating and closing patent purchase transactions in the post-Alice and PTAB review era. And that will be with Lillian Shockhead, the founding partner of Shockhead & Company Law Offices. So that should also be quite interesting. Thank you again, Stella, for your time and for a great presentation.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to seeing all of you at our next webinar.
Bye.